If you want to easily farm Fluxite in Sandustry, you need to know my layout tips. In this video, I give you a step-by-step void farm guide. First of all, we're building blocks of 30 tiles long and also 30 tiles down on both sides. Then we're adding some belts on the bottom that will look like this. On top, we're building the void rift exactly in the middle on top. And then we will produce our first void seeds. Now we're copying this complete building basically underneath and doing now on top planter boxes and replacing here the belt part. Then we can drop our seeds already on top there and using any weapon in order to kill this off. But before we do this, we say again that we make here another box in. That's here then our void petals can drop in. And we get our first resources we will need in a moment. We're copying in again our block and leaving 2 tiles in the middle free. Then we're closing the gap on the bottom like this and filling in red sand in the other tank. Make sure that both belts are traveling to the middle here. Then we're choosing launchers and want to build them up here till we see our seeds again. We're cutting this off and placing here again belts to make also on top here another nice box. Then we're saying filters are only blocking void bloom and placing these filters then completely on top here. Then we're copying in again our block and also placing this to the side here. Now we're making filters which are actually allowing only void bloom and placing them here on top. In addition, we use now belts and making them here to the middle from both sides, that everything that drops down is leading to this one point. And on this point, we're also now building there our flux emanator to produce Fluxite soon. Then we're opening up here these tiles and opening also up here 2 or 3 blocks on the bottom that everything can go to the top. You will see now that everything just falls in here. Everything which is not void bloom just gets through, and in the process of the petals and the sand, also void bloom will get automatically mixed. Then the rest falls down and mixes here on top and just repeats as long as you have only void bloom, which is then getting carried to your flux emanator. Then the void bloom drops down here and will get carried automatically to the emanator, where you then will produce your first Fluxite easily. On top, you can also put a recoil shard basically in here, which will then be covered completely in void bloom. If you now go away and travel somewhere in order to make some of your quests, then you just need to click again the recoil shard, and then you can teleport here to really have a high mobility in the late game. And then you can easily farm with your rocket launcher, for example, the Fluxite here to get a lot of upgrades in. On top, you also can unlock the mighty void gun. In order to use it, you'd need also some void petals, putting them in a separate tank, and then adding moon hop on top to mix it together into void juice. Then you're choosing your void gun, going into the tank and pressing the fire button, left mouse click, and then you will consume the void juice. And with this, you also can just hold the charge button and then also farm really efficient, especially sand, Fluxite, or also red sand. Once you consumed it, it will turn into void husk, which is the same material just in different form. And now we can use on our corolla a void geyser, putting this in here, and this little dude will now again turn the void husk into void juice on its own, that you can again recharge your weapon and go farm more things. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe now to see more about Sandustry.